So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you the basics of the homepage layout, the business homepage layout. Now, by all means, you don't need to use this if you want to make your site more about being a blog than about being a website. You can use the blog layout as your homepage, but we also have a homepage layout that is available for those people that want to, have a regular website but be able to manage it via the WordPress system, and that's what this layout is all about. Now, you're going to find here that if you were to change the template layout from homepage to something else, your settings are going to change here. But we're going to leave it on business homepage. So I'll just go through here. We've got the general tab, where we can define a different drop-down menu 1 through 5, if you wanted to use something different than what is defined within the top drop-down menu. Recommend just leave it the way it is. Your homepage title, an H2 tag, optional content title in H4. So it shows up right in here. By all means, you don't need to use this, and if you wanted to disable it, by default it is disabled, you can disable it by putting none selected in the SEO region under the sidebar tab. You can also specify your page meta keywords and meta description. This is sometimes important for search engines, and it's best to give as much information as possible. And this shows up within your page code in what's called the head region of the page. It's best to provide as succinct but also specific information to your content in your page if you're concerned about search engine optimization. Also, we have the slider tab, which links into whichever slider you want to use. You may have already watched a video tutorial about using your sliders, but essentially you can configure the slider that shows up in the page here. And then, of course, the sidebar tab here, where you can define which widget areas or sidebars go within the regions of your page. There are custom component regions. If you wanted to place a page or place a widget region in a really obscure and odd location, you could then use this. Very rarely do we ever see this used, but it is there should you want it. You would select whichever, for example, maybe the example sidebar, and you say, hey, I want to place it 10 pixels from the top and 500 pixels from the left, and that's going to put it somewhere about here on your page. We're not going to demonstrate that at this time, but essentially those options are there for you. Also, we've already pre-mapped the lower sidebar to the lower region, the bottom sidebar to the bottom region, and the advertising sidebar to the advertising region. Makes sense, right? But what if on the home page you wanted to have a different advertising sidebar than the rest of the site uses? Perhaps you wanted to have a large banner or something else there, or maybe who knows what you want to put there. Then you could create yourself a different sidebar, as we did in a previous tutorial, and place whatever and link it in here however you like. It doesn't need to be called advertising. It's just that we've set up these sidebars ahead of time for you and put the appropriate information in there. And for most people's use, that's going to be quite adequate. But if you want to go and extend the system beyond what we've provided to you, you can create as many sidebars as you like, put those widgets in there, and map them to whichever regions on whichever pages you like. Anyways, I hope that explains the features here for the home page as best as you like. Some of the other features you're going to find here is you notice the top region. We don't give you an option on the home page to change what sidebar that's linked to. Nor the header area, nor the utility, or the slider. That is the home page layout. You can optionally turn off the SEO area. This is always on as main top. It's the main top region. We're going to save this just so you can see that this updates and we remove the SEO region here. Of course, once this saves. Okay, this is the main top, and of course there's the content region, there's the lower region, and then down here is the bottom and the advertising region, and then of course the footer region, which is constant on all of the pages.